Are you counting down? Do you need reminding? There are just 4 days until the start of the World Cup. It will be spread across 16 host cities in the United States, Mexico and Canada. In the US, Kansas City is one of 10 cities preparing for an influx of visitors. It's the smallest of the American host cities, where 6 matches will be played. 4 teams, including reigning champions Argentina, I've got them in the sweepstake, as well as England, will be training and calling it home for the duration of the tournament. Let's speak to Mayor Quinton Lucas, who is Mayor of Kansas City. Mayor Lucas, thank you for joining us. You call it soccer, we call it football. Are you ready?
We feel very ready. We're excited to host teams. We brought in Argentina last week. We look forward to England joining us soon. And in terms of transportation, safety, so many other steps, we're very excited to welcome the world to Middle America and all of the United States.
What sort of scale of preparations have you had to make?
Fortunately for us, most of the facilities around the United States, and I was with the mayor of Los Angeles 2 days ago, I have already been constructed, so that part was good. Public transport is primarily the area where you're seeing lots of work. We don't tend to have the same subway systems outside of New York City by and large, and so you've seen huge bus networks that have been set up. But in terms of training facilities, the stadiums themselves, the atmosphere that you'll have, it is pretty ready for tourists, and in some of it, it is making sure that Americans are ready for soccer. It's a sport that's followed by many, but not all. So there has been much education on the American electorate thus far to get ready for the matches.
I hope you've been swatting up on the offside rule because it confuses a lot of people. What can visitors to your city expect? What are the main attractions that they'll find?
You know, for us, of course, the matches will be the centerpiece of lots of what's there. We have wonderful museums and monuments. There is a World War I memorial that's a great historic one. The National World War I Memorial is here, and so there will actually be a fan festival, other activities there. That's typically where we celebrate our championships, so you'll see that while you're here. And then, of course, Americans, as you all probably know, like to eat a lot, and so we're planning to have a lot of great barbecues and other cultural offerings while here. I do want to say this, obviously out of Washington, you hear different rhetoric. Our view is that we want every single person to come and be welcome and get through the visa process, and they'll be welcome if they're able to get here in terms of having great American hospitality, notwithstanding whatever threats may come from further afield.
What do you hope the legacy of hosting these matches will be for Kansas City?
You know, I hope, first of all, for our country, at a time where it seems like some relationships are fractured, we remind people that America is a friendly and welcoming place, that we want to be part of the conversation throughout the entire world. So that's a step one. I think step two for us is kind of like the Atlanta 1996 Olympics. Atlanta was a fine enough town, but it really had this global impact thereafter. I hope people take another look at Kansas City long after and realize it's more than Dorothy and Toto from The Wizard of Oz long term.
Just very briefly, you mentioned political tensions in other areas. How cooperative have people of different political persuasions been in the run-up to these matches? Just briefly.
You know, it has been actually fairly strong. I rarely talk to this presidential administration. That said, they have been cooperative with support in getting ready for this. I believe the president wants this to be a success, as do Democrats like myself. And so I look forward to the games being able to go on without too much interference.
Mayor Quinton Lucas, hope you've stocked the bars with plenty of beer. They're thirsty, the England fans. Thank you so much for talking to us. That was Mayor Quinton Lucas of Kansas City. And of course, there's so much already on the BBC Sports website looking ahead to the start of the World Cup 2026, starting this Thursday, taking place, of course, in 3 countries this time: Canada, the United States and Mexico. This is BBC News.